Good morning, I'm Goma, Sharma. Let's begin with the main stories. Half a decade of Republic Nepal, institutionalization yet to be done. Diamond Jubilee celebration of the first successful climb to Mount Everest marked amid various programs. Pakistani Taliban's second-in-command killed in a suspected US drone strike. And threw an army to face Sosal Youth Club in Manang Marshangi to take on Sankata in the Gorkha Cup today. President Paramananda Jha, Chairman of Ministerial Council, Kilaraj Regmi, Acting Chief Justice Ram Kumar Shah and other top government officials along with diplomats. However, the political leaders were absent from the program. In the past 7 decades, we have had 6 constitutions, but the people themselves were not involved in writing of the constitution. The first Constituent Assembly was elected following the historic success of April Uprising in 2006. Contrary to popular mandate, the petty interests of the parties has only pushed the political scenario to further turmoil. It was on this day in 2008 the Constituent Assembly building was decked up as a bride for the Assembly's first meeting. The first meeting of the Assembly was going to end the reign of 240-year-old monarchy. The historic declaration had even baffled the international community as it had come through successful protests.
निर्माण गरेको यो ऐतिहासिक गरिमय संविधान सभाको सदस्यको रूपमा जिम्मेवारी वहन गर्ने सुअवसर प्राप्त भएकोमा सर्वप्रथम म सबै मान्य सदस्यहरूलाई हार्दिक बधाई दिँदै यस ऐतिहासिक पहिलो बैठकमा स्वागत गर्दछु.
The leaders had pledged to complete the peace process within 6 months and issue the new constitution in 2 years. Even as the timeline was extended to 4 years from 2, the Assembly failed to deliver the constitution due to ever-growing bickering among the parties. This led to the demise of the nation's first Constituent Assembly, pointing to a serious void of a strong political leadership. Time now for a segment Public Pulse, where you can SMS us with your opinion.
Public Pulse, brought to you.
Responsible for republicanism not being institutionalized. Your options are option A, main political parties, option B, civil society, option C, external forces. The voting for the question is on. Type NEWS, select a option A, B or C and send it to 8080 and do share your opinion with us. The leaders of the major parties have said that the biggest weakness has been their inability to institutionalize Republican order. At the tea reception organized by the President to mark the Republic Day, they said that republicanism was not in crisis, but it was important to institutionalize it. They said that the election in November is imperative to give an outlet to the present crisis. Vice President Paramananda Jha, Chairman of the Interim Election Council, Kilaraj Regmi, ministers, party leaders, representatives of diplomatic agencies were present at the function. Civil society and professional organizations observed 6th Republic Day at the capital's New Baneshwar yesterday. They boycotted the Republic Day celebration held by the government in Turikale. The professional organization and civil society boycotted the function at Turikale, blaming top leaders and chairman of the Interim Election Council, Kilaraj Regmi, of a conspiracy to weaken democratic values. Saying that Regmi's appointment as the head of the government is a sheer interference on free judiciary, they demanded that Regmi should resign immediately from the post of Chief Justice. Likewise, the group has taken the appointment of Lokman Singh Karki to head the anti-corruption body and barring journalists from entering Supreme Court as glaring examples of flourishing impunity in the country. They have said that the agitation will continue until Regmi resigns from the post of Chief Justice. The public fury against political parties is on a high as people have been blaming the leaders for failing to institutionalize republicanism in the country. In this context, we ask the people in the valley what should be done to further consolidate republicanism. Before we take a short break, let's take a look at what they had to say.
Janamat, brought to you by
नेताहरू जोगी हुन र राजनीति गरे होइन भन्दै ठुलो ठुलो बिजनेसम्यान यहाँ चाहिँ खेतान जस्तो चौधरी जस्तो बन्नको लागि राजनीति गरेको विचारहरू आइरहेछन्। उनीहरूले त्यागको भावनाले देश र जनतालाई चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ कसम खाएर चाहिँ जबसम्म उनीहरूले त्याग गर्दैनन् तबसम्म गणतन्त्र संस्थागत गर्न सकिँदैन।
पहिलो कुरो राजनीतिक नेतामा नैतिकता हुनु पर्यो र चाहिँ जनइच्छा बमोजिमको स्वायत्तता सहितका सबै चाहिँ गणतन्त्रात्मक राज्य स्थापना गरेर सङ्घीय संविधान जारी गरेर त्यसपछि चाहिँ कानुनको शासन, विधिको शासन र नियमभन्दा माथि कोही नहुने गरी चाहिँ नियम कानुनको परिधिभित्र रहेर शासन सञ्चालन गर्यो भने गणतन्त्र संस्थागत हुन्छ।
पहिलो कुरा त दलहरू मिल्नु पर्यो होइन, कुर्सीको तानातान गर्नु भएन, महिलालाई पनि नेतृत्व तहमा पुर्याउनु पर्यो।
नेताहरू आफ्नो आफ्नो कुर्सीको लागि मात्रै मरिरहेछ, जनताको लागि मरेको छैन। मात्रै सबै जनताहरूको खेलाइरहेछ, उल्झाइरहेछ, आफ्नो आफ्नो भोडी भर्नेको लागि मात्रै।
देशमा शान्ति सुरक्षा राम्ररी आउनु पर्यो। राजनीतिक दलका मान्छेहरूले एक आपसमा सबैसँग हातेमालो गरेर मिलेर काम गर्नु पर्यो। आफू खुसी र आफ्नो स्वार्थका लागि मात्रै अगाडि बढ्नु भएन। जति पनि अहिले जहाँसम्म काम गरिरहेका छन् यिनीहरू राजनीतिक दलका मान्छेहरूले आफ्नो स्वार्थका लागि मात्रै गरेका छन्। देश र नेपालीका लागि भन्ने चाहिँ सिनको पनि भाँच्या छैन।
नेपालका राजनीतिक नेताहरू जति छन् यी नेताहरूले आफ्नो व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थ, व्यक्तिगत इच्छा र आकाङ्क्षालाई त्यागेर देश र जनताको लागि गर्नुपर्छ।
Reliance Cement, Jagadamba Steels, Ney, Thapathali and Kupandol in association with upcoming news.
Welcome back. 60th anniversary of the first climb to the Mount Everest was marked yesterday. The Diamond Jubilee celebration of the first ascent to the world's highest peak was marked by organizing various programs. Over 4,000 people have successfully completed the ascent in 60 years. At a program held at Nepal Tourism Board yesterday, Minister for Tourism said that the government is working towards imposing strict laws regarding approval for expedition. He stressed the need for controlling pollution while carrying out expeditions to the Everest. Time now for some international updates. The second in command of the Pakistani Taliban has been killed in a suspected US drone strike. The Pakistani Taliban leadership has not officially confirmed the death of Waliur Rahman so far. Earlier, Pakistani security officials said a local Taliban commander was among casualties in the raid. Missiles hit a house close to the town of Miran Shah in the northwest Pakistan early on Wednesday. The strike is the first for almost 6 weeks. It comes week after US President Barack Obama issued new guidelines for tighter scrutiny of the US drone program and stricter targeting rules. With that, it's time for another short break. For more news, please stay tuned.
Reliance Cement, Jagadamba Steels, Ney, Thapathali and Kupandol in association with upcoming news. Business news brought to you by
The task force, which has been entrusted with documenting the 20-year agriculture development strategy, is going to hand over its draft today. The task force is going to hand over its report on the basis of the discussion and recommendation it had received. The task force has said that it missed the deadline by over 6 months due to protests carried out by different politically affiliated organizations. The draft says that if 250 billion rupees is investment in agriculture in the next 10 years, the country can become self-reliant in agriculture and the present import of agriculture products can be replaced by import. The strategy also includes increasing the land under irrigation from the present 18% to 80% and doubling the contribution of agriculture to the country's total GDP. The strategy says that it could be fully implemented. The issue of poverty alleviation can be achieved through agriculture. Time now for the sports update.
Sports News brought to you by
League champions 3-Star has inched closer to the quarter-final of the Gorkha Cup football. 3-Star defeated Rani Pokhari Corner team 5-1 in the match played at Dashrath Stadium yesterday. With this win, 3-Star has 6 points from 2 matches. Meanwhile, in the first match played yesterday, Armed Police Force defeated Deshbhakta Club of Nawalparasi 10-1. APF has kept its chances of progressing into the knockout stage alive with a big win. APF has 1 win from 2 matches. Deshbhakta has lost both the matches and are out of the tournament with 1 league match still remaining. Today, Tribhuvan Army Club and Trisal Youth Club will face each other in the first match, while the second match will see contest between Manang Shangli and Sankata Club. And now the weather update.
brought to you by Asian Paints Ultima with Color Stain.
And now, before we wrap up, a reminder of the main stories once again. Half a decade of Republic Nepal, institutionalization yet to be done. Diamond Jubilee celebration of the first successful climb to the Mount Everest marked amid various programs. Pakistani Taliban's second-in-command killed in a suspected US drone strike. And Tribhuvan Army to face Trisal Youth Club and Rangmar Shangli to take on Sankata in the Gorkha Cup today.